What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the ProtoArt. So I want to show like my favorite brush pens of 2021. These have been my go-to from last year, and I still use them, but my favorite by far is still the reigning champion here, this Kiyomi brush pen. It doesn't really matter which one you use. They all, pretty much do the same thing, give you line variation. It's more like just technique and how you use it to accomplish those lines. But I recorded this video before, actually showed how to refill these things, but that video got messed up and also got taken down by YouTube for whatever weird reason, because I was using a ink syringe, which literally is just used to refill the cartridges. I don't know, it was weird. But I'm recording this today because I'm getting my little second vaccine shot today, so if there's any weird side effects, I want to be able to like have something to show you guys anyway in the meantime. But if I'm ever having a brain fart, you can see these little sketches are just all over the place. I'm right-handed by nature, but I will do random doodles with my left because I have less control over that. And I'll just sketch out until I get weird shapes and then trying to form these shapes into characters. And from there, I'll do like the inking stage. So I'm just kind of refining some of these prior sketches so they kind of look like faces or something. And then I'll go from there. But yeah, hopefully everyone's good out there. And yeah, I don't really have anything in mind that I wanted to do specifically. The main thing I want to do was show off my brush pens for inking, but I didn't have anything to ink. So I'm just kind of quickly working out some characters that I see from my sketches here. I don't know if you guys ever tried this little technique. If you have, or haven't, I should say, try it out. Like I said, I'm right-handed, so what I did was just literally sketching shapes and trying to see the forms and stuff within those shapes. I've seen someone do something similar on Instagram, and I thought it was like a cool little challenge thing to try, so that's what I'm doing. So here we go. This could be like a little, I'm rotating it to see if I could see any other weird forms or shapes in this stuff. Like, this kind of looks like a face. And I guess this is more like a practice in seeing forms on top of everything else. First up, I will start with the one I probably have the least control over. I will have to again look at what brand this was. But I feel like the brush tip itself is pretty good. It's like a medium-sized brush, but I don't have as much control with this as I do with the others. And just like really lightly drawing. And when you press down, of course, you get thicker line widths and stuff. I had planned to do like a little book review. I had ordered this art book. I'm not even gonna say this dude's name, but like I supported this one artist and tried to buy his book a few times, but I don't respect this man's business practices. Like, I ain't getting no kind of shipping number, label, whatever. Reached out to him a few times, still never would reply until I, hit him up on social media on his little wall. And of course, he deletes his little comment because he doesn't want people to see that he's kind of a crappy businessman. And kind of foul to his customers, man. Like, come on, man, we're trying to support you, homie. It'd be nice to be able to be in that position to do art for a living and, the stuff you love and you're passionate about. But then you got to remember, people support you, so you got to, like, look out for them. When I was still doing my little fashion brand, I try to make sure I reached out to my customers. Everyone was happy. If they weren't, I get back to them as soon as possible. Try to remedy whatever issues they had. So when I see people doing that for their own business, I kind of take that personally. Like, I understand the hustle and the effort that goes into it. I got plenty of friends who got their own little businesses, and they take pride in their work, Well, while I talk, here's a Pentel pocket brush pen. This is probably my, if I'm going in order here, most and least favorite. Honestly, it'd be like this. So you got this brand, I forget what it's called. It's Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. This is another Pentel brand. And you can get really fine lines with this. And then my very favorite, it would be this one. But yeah, my little soapbox while I continue inking. Yeah, I got like a lot of friends who do all kinds of stuff. Some in the fashion industry, some who have their own like brands making posters and stickers and stuff like that. And when I see the effort that they put into their work, it like I can appreciate that. So I want to support and give them their shout outs. So if you haven't heard of this, some of these brands, I'd say check them out. I'll put links to them in my little description here. But I say Dexter, the homie from Project Runway, does some amazing fashion. I love his stuff. I always look out for his stuff. Bumblebee Random, some of the dopest like custom homemade posters and gift cards and stickers out here in Cali. Very dope brand. Like, this woman goes above and beyond to make her products look amazing. So if you haven't looked at her stuff, you know, for if you're looking for Mother's Day gifts, Father's Day gifts, or just some cool cards in general, check her out. Who else? Amazing beauty brand. Well, there's actually two. Um, if you haven't heard of this woman's, Crayola does some amazing product reviews, and I believe she's working on her own stuff. If she don't have it out right now, she will soon. She better. I'll just put you on blast. But I've known this woman since I was little. She's very dope, very entertaining. If you haven't checked out her YouTube channel, I'd say check it out, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I'll have to make a part 2. So if I left this stuff out, my bad. But there's a few like independent black-owned businesses out here in Cali I love to support. Got another homegirl getting into the podcast game, so when she gets all that ready to go, I will be hitting her up. But it's just kind of fun to support your homies, and because these are the people you rely on, you know, through your little, when you're trying to come up with your brands and make it in a little business. And then, like, I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I mean, y'all should too. Not everything needs to be recorded on camera and stuff. Sometimes it's just good for the soul, just to do good stuff for people. If you put that good energy out there, it'll come back to you. Karma, whatever you want to call it. Let me see here. I think I'm gonna keep it simple for this stuff and just do like grays. I'm not even gonna hit it with colors. I think I'll just do gray with this. You can't think of the damn name. It's just gonna bug the hell out of me. Let's see here. Alright. But as you can see, it's more like technique versus just the actual tool. I'm sure other bigger artists would say the same damn thing. But for me, for whatever reason, I get like a lot more control with this. Maybe it's just confidence. I feel more confident with this. It's how it feels on my hand. It's a bigger brush, but you can also get real nice lines. But my favorite by far is this little guy here. And I think I seen, what is the dude's name? It's bugging me like crazy. I came across this, Scotty Young. There you go. Jesus Christ. I had seen this dude's art during Inktober, which happens in October. There's this art challenge thing called Inktober, where every day you're supposed to come up with a different art piece. It's usually like different themes. People come up with their own little categories. So it'll be like, you know, draw a mermaid, draw a witch, draw a werewolf. Like it'll be a different kind of prompt every day. It might just be a word or whatever. Trying to think who originally came up with that thing. Honestly, I'm drawing a hard blank right now, but like anyway, it's a long story short is I seen this dude using this brush, and when I was just kind of starting off with art, trying to figure stuff out, and I did that thing where artists do, like, what tools do you use? What do you got? What kind of pencil is that? What kind of, pen? As though it's gonna make your art just improve that much when it really doesn't. Um, it just makes the job a little easier sometimes. You got the right tools for the job. But you can really do anything with any kind of pencil and pen. Just gotta put the work in. But with all that being said, I like checked it out because I seen this dude using it, and like I honestly just fell in love with it. It just feels like evenly balanced, and I like feel more confident using it. I don't know. Same thing with some of these little art pencils. Like this, I've seen tons of artists using this little graph gear. But I mean, you could do the same thing with just a regular old pencil. You don't need nothing fancy, you know? It's whatever works for you. But yeah, I like looking at different artists' techniques, how they do their little detail work. And like I mentioned in a previous video, watching some of these like old school artists. And I don't say that to spite nobody, but just they've been around for forever. How they do their like comics and stuff, and techniques they use. Right now I'm being like real quick and loose with this. If this is like some commission stuff, obviously take your time. But yeah, I was like going on like a YouTube binge, watching I always slaughter this dude's name. I think it's Kim Jung-gi. This is a amazing artist. He does like all kinds of crazy renderings from weird perspectives, and he makes it look so easy. This dude just kills it. And he's using like brush pens. You always see in the comments, "What are you using? What kind of pen? What kind of pen is that?" Like, it doesn't matter, dude. Like, he's just skilled. You give him whatever, he'll like still kill it. But I kind of like how he does these like collage pieces. That's kind of where this thing came from. Except I don't have the confidence and skill to just crank out a whole wall of art without like at least sketching something. But he'll do it from like imagination, like it's nothing. I'm like, holy, how the hell did you do that? When I was just starting art, I know I'm talking a lot, but it just kind of be boring if I'm just drawing without no sound, right? But when I was starting out, I was watching all these channels on how to draw, from like Mark Crilly, Alfonso Dunn, Prokopenko, Jazza, when he was still drawing with Jazza, but now it's just Jazza. And just learning all the fundamentals from these dudes. And they all kind of say the same thing. There's no trick. Just got to keep practicing. So I'm like, all right. You don't put out like, thousands of terrible pieces, or you'll do 1,000 terrible pieces before they start looking good. It's kind of fun to like learn from a lot of people because you get their little flavor that they add to their art. So now I'm just kind of switching between the different brushes. I was telling you that little story with the little artist. So yeah. So I reached out to dude because I tried to cop his book hella years ago. Again, I ain't gonna say his name, but like, whatever. I tried to buy his little book hella years ago. It's the same thing. This is just no tracking number, no follow up. I'm like, yo, it's been like almost a month. You ain't. What the hell? Same thing. Didn't respond until I hit him up on social media. And then I said, screw it. I'll give him my money back on me. Fortunately, he did that time. So I was kind of cool off of it for a while. And again, I love this dude's art. He's a talented cat. Again, but he ain't the only artist out there though. But I wanted to support because I like supporting independent business and stuff. So I waited. A little time passed by. I figured, all right, maybe it was just some weird stuff going on at the time. Benefit of the doubt, all that good stuff. And then try to get it again because he had a sale going on for the original book I wanted. And he's working on some new stuff. So I figured, let me try it one more time. So I bought this dude's book again. I purchased it. And lo and behold, like almost 2 months go by. No book, no tracking number, no follow-up, no "Hey, my bad. It's been crazy, busy, been swamped," no nothing. Well, I'm gonna stop talking about dude. I just want to like vent for a second. If y'all doing your own little business out there, you're in a little independent hustle, go for it. Just remember there are people behind these screens who support you, who love your stuff, and you know you gotta look out for them when they trying to support you. Is all I'm saying. So I think this is good. Before this video conks out or whatever, I run out of space. I'm just gonna ink this. Not the most complex characters, whatever. So I'm just using some Copics. You don't have to use these if you don't want to. Let's see here. Maybe like, I'm just gonna go with all gray. There you go. So, in case you guys are wondering, neutral gray 0, the 2, 4, and 6. So it's just from dark, lighter to dark. It's one artist I've seen out there. I don't remember this fool's name at all, but like came across this artist on Instagram. He does like really cool portraits on tone paper. And honestly, I was like, how the hell is he getting it to look like that? This man is crazy skilled. So he was using some of these Copics, and I was like, all right, let me try this real fast. And damn, I'll be damned. Like using it on tone paper, like these grays, it'll just look fire. Like this is already your mid-tone, right? So you don't have to worry about getting here. It's already there for you. So now you just got to worry about the highlights and the shadows. So how dark and how light do you want to make the thing? So kind of took out some of the guesswork. So that's what I'm kind of doing here. I'm just like really quickly, sketching it in. It looks dark now, but when it dries, it gets real light with the number 0, the neutral.